Hi, I'm Ashley Smith with Dreamsmith Realty, and if you've been dreaming of lake life on Lake Lanier, you're not alone. Thanks to its beautiful sunsets, boating all week long, and the fact that you can spend quiet mornings by the water, Lake Lanier has been a favorite Georgia getaway for many years. But you're possibly wondering, what's it really like to live here full-time? Whether you're thinking about leaving the city, retiring near the water, or turning your vacation home into your everyday escape, it's important to understand all the facts, not just the highlights most realtors talk about. In this video, I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living year-round on Lake Lanier, from peaceful views and strong community vibes to the realities of driving into the city or maintaining a dock. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether full-time lake life is your dream come true or better left as a weekend retreat. Let's start with the obvious pro, the peace and the beauty. Living on Lake Lanier means waking up to water views, hearing birds instead of traffic, and having space to breathe. It doesn't matter if you're on a quiet cove or looking out over open water with boaters and skiers going by. There's something incredibly calming about being on the water and connected to nature. One of my clients lives in Los Angeles, but whenever they come to their home on Lake Lanier, they feel calm and at peace. They say they feel like they can finally breathe. They're surrounded by green trees and beautiful landscaping. They see deer and wildlife all around them, and they can hear the lapping of the water from their home. Studies even show natural settings reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost overall wellness. This slower pace of life, as well as the views, are what make full-time lake life feel like a personal retreat. Here's the trade-off: convenience. And that leads us to con number one, the distance from amenities. Depending on where you are on the lake, you could be 20 or 30 minutes from grocery stores and restaurants, or something that's important to many people, hospitals. Where I live on the lake, I'm about 8 to 10 minutes from several grocery stores and chain restaurants. So if I want the more boutique restaurants or to hang out in areas with more social activities, I'm usually driving about 20 or 30 minutes. The hospital is just 20 minutes from me, but thankfully, I haven't needed that one yet. If you're used to super quick access to everything, living on the lake might take some getting used to. But most full-time residents know it just means a little more planning, and they say it's worth it. The second pro is that you get to have an outdoor lifestyle all year long. One of the biggest perks of lake life is the lifestyle itself. Boating, kayaking and paddleboarding, fishing, hiking. Some of my favorites are water skiing year-round, golfing year-round, and outdoor entertaining. And as I just alluded to with water skiing, lake life on Lake Lanier is not just a summer vibe. Mild winters here allow us to go boating and do water sports year-round. During the fall, you have a backdrop of stunning foliage, and the water's usually warm enough to keep skiing through October. I actually ski each month, even in the wintertime, but I use a dry suit. And once we get past a few weeks of pollen, the spring is perfect for early paddles and lakefront dinners. If you're a remote worker, a retiree, or a family who thrives outside, you will never run out of ways to enjoy life on Lake Lanier. The second con, the commute. If you're someone who works in Atlanta or needs to visit the city regularly, commuting is something to think about. You'll be driving, and traffic is a factor, especially during peak hours. There's very little public transportation around the lake, so the car will be your lifeline. For some people, it's a deal breaker. But if you, like many other people who live on Lake Lanier, choose to capitalize on your time in the car with audiobooks or podcasts, or getting some phone calls knocked out, it can actually become one of the most productive parts of your day. And of course, if you work from home or have a flexible schedule, the commute and traffic is a non-issue. A daily commute might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you're someone like me who just loves to travel or travels often for work, there's actually a hidden pro about Lake Lanier. Atlanta's International Airport is only about an hour away. So while traffic might be a hassle some days, if you're a traveler, hopping on a plane is no big deal. A third pro is that Lake Lanier just might be a better value for your money compared to Metro Atlanta. The size of your home may remain the same, but you'll have more land, more privacy, and in many cases, water access or a private dock. It's not just a better value, it's a smart investment because there's rising demand for waterfront properties and the shoreline inventory is limited here. Lake property holds long-term value. Another con of living on Lake Lanier is the property maintenance and upkeep. Lakefront homes do come with a different kind of upkeep. For example, boat docks need seasonal attention, there's permits to manage, and weather can add wear and tear over time. But it's really not overwhelming. Think of it like maintaining a car. You stay ahead of your maintenance and you're good. If your home is newer or well-maintained, you might find it's not much more work than a typical house. A fourth pro of living on Lake Lanier is the community and also the feeling of safety. Many Lake Lanier neighborhoods have a strong sense of community. Neighbors wave as you drive by. Kids play outside. Holiday boat parades and summer potlucks are actually a thing. And yes, golf carts are a popular way to get around. So whether you're raising a family or easing into retirement, you'll find people who value connection on the lake. And often there's peace of mind because crime rates are lower than what you normally see in metro areas. I hope this video has helped you to learn that living on Lake Lanier full-time isn't for everyone, but for the right person, it's life-changing. You'll trade a little convenience for a lot of serenity. There's rhythm to lake life, and if it fits you, it's magic. But the key for you is going to be working with someone who knows the lake inside and out. I've lived, worked, and played here for years, and I can help you avoid common pitfalls when choosing your home. Things like shallow water, hard to access docks, or even homes that are too far from your essentials. When you've got the right guide, choosing to live on Lake Lanier becomes more than a move. It becomes a dream lifestyle. Thanks so much for taking time to watch with me today. If you're seriously considering making Lake Lanier your home, the next big question is going to be, where should you live on the lake? Click right here to watch my video on the best Lake Lanier neighborhoods for waterfront living. I'll break down the top communities, what makes each one unique, and how to find the perfect match for your lifestyle. See you in the next video.